Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all the channel members as well as the members over on my website and on Patreon. Thank you for your continued support, my loves. It is definitely appreciated. Thank you to everyone who has purchased from my tea and my candle shop, any of my published books. To those of you all who have signed up to be presenters for the Be the Butterfly Effect Conference. I'm so excited. I have been like spending so much time getting it together. And it's so beautiful. I'm so excited. We still have space for a few more presenters. If you are interested in being a presenter for the conference, make sure to sign up for the mailing list so that you can be the first to know about the registration, because there's going to be a set amount of free spots depending on the donations. And so and the funds raised and things of that nature of all the free spots. And so definitely be on the mailing list so you can be the first to get the free spots, okay, for the conference. And if there is a paid option, it would just be like $5. And that's to pay the overage fee, okay? But yes, I'm grateful and excited for you all to be here into this space. We are back with another Grandmother Ancestor message, and this is part 2. This is part 2 to the last Grandmother Ancestor message. It's not synchronous though. I feel like this is a session that could be listened to separate from that session, and still make sense. Like, it's not required. It's just that this was like another piece to that energy of what we were channeling into. And as I was tapping into this grandmother energy, I started, what was that song? You know, I feel good, good. Baby, I feel good all over. Who is that? Regina Bell? Is that Regina Bell? You and I. Oh, it's 10:01 on the time. Come through, Grandma. Okay, come through, Granny. We about to get into this. This is mirror energy. 10:01, and we're channeling I Feel Good. I don't know who's singing. Oh, it's Stephanie Mills. Ooh, I'm sorry, sis, for disrespecting you like that. I just took a screenshot. So it wasn't Regina Bell, it was Stephanie Mills. And we've channeled a lot of Stephanie Mills energy. And speaking of Stephanie Mills is the original singer of the song Home. Okay, y'all, rock with me. Rock with me. The message is coming. The message is coming. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home. I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. When that makes the tall grass bend into lean. Suddenly the raindrops that fall, they have a meaning. Sprinkling the sea makes it all clean. When I think of home, maybe there's a chance for me to go back. Now that I have some direction, maybe there's a chance I'll get home. Y'all knew the second, y'all remember the second part of the message was in regards to an exile. Exodus, an exile. And then Stephanie Mills, home, going back home, being away from home. And I know we've channeled that song before in a grandmother message. I can't remember which one it is, but this message may relate to that one. And some of you all may remember that message. I know a lot of you all bookmark messages, but it's something about your grandmother's energy on going back home, whether you going back home to feel her spirit or to feel her energy, or you've been feeling drawn to go back home. It's something about that exile energy. Y'all remember we were talking about Jeremiah chapter 29, right? And I'm speaking on it in the context of the energy. Okay, so this, you can relate, it can relate to you whether you're religious or not. Your grandmother had some of it. Okay, but for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans for a hope and a future. Okay, and that entire chapter was basically saying, while you're in exile, I will take care of you. I will take care of your family. I will take care of your lineage. I will take care of, your offspring. Those 70 years that you are in exile, that you are away from this true purpose of what you're called to do, what you're called to be. Remember, at first in that reading, I said the 1960s, but once we got the truth of the 70 years, it was like, wait, the 50s, okay? So something related to your family and the 50s. So the energy that came out, we have the 10 of baskets, the ace of knives. What she say? Sure, it would be nice to go back home with the things I've been knowing. Ace of knives. The tower card. Strength. And then the mother of wands. Y'all, okay. So this exile energy, your lineage energy was like exiled from a certain place or your home as a way to build something, as a way to have greater opportunity. They may have been in a space heavily on the grandmother, or it could be your great grandmother. Honestly, a lot of you all I'm getting is great grandmother. Some of you all is great great grandmother. Okay, who did this transition. So take it as it resonates. Okay, but with this 10 of baskets energy, and I'm gonna name out signs in a second. People keep walking by. Someone's walking by with a yellow coat on, a mustard colored shirt, and it reminds me of the color of the decorations in the back. So this ancestral energy, this grandmother energy had to move or relocate as a way to bring abundance to the family, as a way to have greater opportunity. They were coming from a space where they didn't really have a lot of voice. They weren't really listened to a lot. They weren't really taken seriously as much as they should have been. Their voice and their authority wasn't respected as much, and so they had to move and go to a new place. And this was the Exodus energy away, right? But as they got to this new place, with this Ace of Knives energy, it was the Tower energy, and they realized that it wasn't all that they thought it was going to be. This place has problems just like home did. Your grandmother missed home a lot, or whatever related to being home, the original home. And realizing that this new space wasn't any better than the originals, you know what I'm saying, than the space where she was at before. And this is giving, I just felt a message come in because some of you all are like craving to move somewhere or to go somewhere, but it's something about you feeling that you moving somewhere else will bring happiness. And I'm hearing her say happiness is wherever you create it. Home is wherever the heart is at. Many people move away from home and still never call their current space home. They still always call their home, home, home. Okay. And it's something about never move just because you feel like it'll be a better opportunity and just for happiness. It's something about you being able to, with the strength, being able to withstand the difficult moments, being able to have the different restraint within self to get through those difficult times, those difficult situations that may appear to be, like, hold on now, hold up, oh, wait a minute. Okay. To get through those moments with deep, reverence, and hold back in the energies and the spaces where you need to hold back at, like knowing when to put energy into something and when to pull back energy from something, okay? Because this Mother of Wands energy with the sunflower, it makes me think of a past life that I experienced as a sunflower and being cut down. And the feeling of being cut down for someone's enjoyment just for a few days, it hurt a lot. And it was something about in that past life energy that it was like, take me from the roots so that you can replant me in some kind of way. And this is now making me think of something about roots. With the sunflower being cut, you see that long stem? Where is the root? Where is the root? Grandmother is coming through is something about the roots. When we think about the root, it makes me think about, oh my gosh, which card is that in that deck? It's in my herbalism deck. I think it's the burdock root inside of there, because it deals a lot with like detox tea, detoxing, cleansing out, things of that nature. Where's the, oh baby, the deck is right in front of me. Okay, let me find the card. I want to find the card, but it's making me think of that card because it shows through the root of the leaf. Yeah, it's the hangman with the burdock. So you see how it's going through the plant to show the root of the plant, the foundation of the plant. Plants have all the medicine that we need as humans, but this is standing out to me with the fact of this being the hangman. The hangman is typically, you know, going with the flow, not making quick decisions and things of that nature, letting things just flow and go. And this grandmother's energy is saying something about with haste. Hasten. Baby, where my phone? I be losing everything, honey. And watch it be somewhere right in front of me. I thought I just had it. That's crazy. I thought I had it. Okay, I guess I'm not meant to. Look. Alexa, baby, it's right in front of me. Child, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. Okay? And you know what? Speaking of that, the time just changed from 10:10 to 10:11. All right, let me... Hasten, yeah, to be quick to do something. So I'm hearing her say, do not hasten, like do not be too quick to make a swift change in the direction out of fear or out of lack. Make sure it's out of something that you really want to do, okay? It's something about missing the roots, being away from the roots. She missed her roots a lot, you know. And if you are away from your roots, going back to your roots and, you know, seeing your peoples. So out here we have Cancer, Gemini, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Aries. I keep wanting to say Libra. I don't know why, but I keep hearing Libra as well. But it's more so just the energies. Grandmother, what message do you have? What's up with this exile energy, with this exodus, the exile energy with the exodus? Why was the family exiled? Different deck. Okay. Why was the family exiled? Because they forgot who they were. The family was exiled because they forgot who they were. They forgot their true power. They didn't act in it. They acted out of fear. They moved out of fear. They made decisions out of fear and not out of abundance. Separation made something weak. It's easier to conquer when you are weak. So when you are separated, grandmother, why was the family exiled? Someone in the family committed an atrocious crime, and it played a major role on the growth and the development of the family. Like the name of the family, the blood of the family, I'm hearing it got tainted, and many people wanted to separate from it. It caused some disharmony. And in the midst of being separated and causing the disharmony, they felt like it was some level of a curse. And so a certain way of living and being was put into play due to the feeling of this curse that was placed on the family. And it's just like they did what, you know, they felt would be able to break the curse as much as possible. I'm hearing hidden in plain sight. Six of Knives. This is a moving away. Gemini energy. Moving away, moving on to calmer waters. But it's not always calmer waters. You think you're moving on to calmer waters because you're moving from the Six of Knives to the Seven of Knives. So it's like you're moving from, you know, going to something different, starting a new life, doing this, you know, thinking that you're leaving certain things behind, only to walk into the Seven of Knives of like, dang, somebody lied to me. There's some level of deception. I didn't have the full picture. Maybe I didn't make this decision from a full open perspective. You have the Eight of Coins coming out. What's going on with this Eight of Coins, Grandma? What does this Eight of Coins mean? This is a planning out. This is a, and he has his cowrie shells on as well. Are those cowrie shells or no, those are, I think, alligator teeth. Making out your books, planning. It's like your family had just enough. You were given just enough in this exile energy these last 70 years. But it's something about you breaking out of that, you know? The 70 years is up. Your grandmother is saying the 70 years is up. You're the generation, you're the one who's now breaking out of all of that. You're part of the lineage that's meant to truly get into the promised land. And that promised land is given the vibe of the opposite. You know, as we talk about life, it's all about the opposites. The promised land energy feels like the opposite of the exile, which was comfort. The exile was all about just comfort, doing things that looked good, doing things that felt right. It looked good on paper, you know. This next season is something about walking more into a space of like intuition and creating. I feel like your family has kind of like ran from creating, truly creating from the core. You have the Daughter of Baskets. What is the end of this exile? The Seven of Coins. The end of this exile. And then the Son of Coins. It's a lot of financial and like stability, and but I'm getting an energy of you being at peace with it though. Like everything being balanced. You being calm. Like nothing interfering. But then the Seven of Coins and then the Son of Coins. You see how he has a wheel, the zodiac wheel behind him, the astrology wheel. It's giving me the vibe of you being the generation that truly learns yourself and your purpose. This grandmother energy is like you being the one who's into the astrology. You're learning your birth chart, learning the houses. I love how the sun looks very feminine because the sun is actually feminine. It's something about connecting to feminine energy, connecting more to feminine energy. Digging below the surface or allowing, because the Seven of Coins can also symbolize roots being put down. So you're putting down the roots. So like with your children, how you raise your children is a little different from how you were raised. You taught them things that you weren't really taught. You weren't allowed to learn. You weren't allowed to indulge in. And your grandmother's energy totally understands that. She understands that she operated out of, you know, comfort and fear sometimes. But she's saying, keep your head up. Follow the money. Take that as it resonates because it's money on both sides. One of them, though, is money on the side where you feel peaceful, calm. You have avenge my legacy at the bottom of the deck, okay? But then you have the follow the money on you just doing what makes you comfortable. But this also makes me think about in the exile, you were just given enough to get by. It's like you're getting out of that space of just getting by. You know, you're not in that season anymore. They will try their best to tear you down. Do not let them. And that gives me a vibe of anytime you're leaving something behind and not doing something anymore. It's like there will always be people there to be on some stuff, okay? There will be justice for me. And you are not crazy. A lot of you all deal with a lot of people trying to make y'all out to be off your rocker, you know, because you see things from a whole nother perspective. Like they want you to be off your rocker so freaking bad. Where did I put this deck in? But that's just not what it is, you know. You see things beyond. And your grandmother knows that. Your grandmother is saying like, that's why you're the one who was chosen. Death at the bottom of the deck with the marigold. Death in that other deck that I was just using is represented by ancestors. This is representing with ancestor energy, with marigolds. You know, it gives the Dia de los Muertos. And then you have the butterflies, and these are the migrant butterflies. They move from place to place. So what is really being said right now? Because I know it was a piece in here on not moving out of haste, but making sure is what you really want to do. So maybe you know that you are supposed to move, but it's just like where you're supposed to move to. Make sure you have it all, you know what I'm saying, completely aligned. What's this energy out of exile? Grandmother, what is this energy out of exile? The Seven of Fire, this is protection with cinnamon. So it gives a vibe of protection within like your personal abundance, your financial affairs, your home. Putting you on an abundant frequency, a protected frequency. With this pestle and mortar. And then do I have, I don't. I want to look up something. Something stood out to me, and you know, the lime. When I think of lime, I think of something that is sweet, and sour, but the acid in it makes great salsa. But the acid in it helps the reaction of things. It's something about you having the cinnamon and the reactor. But the reactor is what brings it all about. What do you mean by that, grandmother? What do you mean by that? You have the moon card at the bottom of the deck. What do you mean by the reactor, the reacting agent, the anecdote, the thing to get everything started, the person to get everything started? It's something about something needs to get something jump started. And it needs the perfect dosage amount. You have the Hierophant with the moon card coming out. It may even be help and support from like an agency or an organization. So look, if you're looking at moving and part of it may be finances, look for corporations and organizations that can help you financially to bring this about. Or even if it's not moving, whatever it is, something new that you're trying to do. And I won't even say trying, because I'm hearing her say, what you mean trying? You are doing it. So something that you are doing, alternative services, alternative like agencies and things of that nature being there to help you. Grandmother, I want to hear a little bit about this Ace of Knives, and then we go. Ooh, we've been on here for 30 minutes already. Okay. Grandmother, I want to hear with this Ace of Knives, what does this Ace of Knives mean in this context of being out of exile, on the Exodus, speaking your truth, speaking your justice, being justice. You are justice. You are the answered prayers. Now you answer prayers. I'm hearing her say you answering prayers. You have Temperance at the bottom of the deck. So being balanced and relaxed with your communications, not allowing yourself to, you know, be all over the place when it comes to your communications. giving control, you know, but being quick with it at the same time. You have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So by Cancer season, you're going to be feeling the feels, okay? By Cancer season, you're going to be feeling the feels. Grandmother, is there anything else that you would like for me to pull today? This reading could go so much deeper. I'm going to be so honest. It could go so much deeper. It could go so much deeper. And I want to go deeper, but then I'm like, I don't want to go deeper today. That was a lot. Am I the only one who feels like that was a lot? That was a lot. Maybe it's just me because oh, child, okay. Yeah. It's something about the being out of exile and being on the Exodus again. Like, it has to be another part. I'm going to do another one, you all. I'm going to do another one. If there are other ancestors that you would like to hear from, let me know in the comments and I'll put out the energy. And if I feel called or directed to do them, then I will do them. I have been like rotating within like membership area and public just because I don't have enough time to, you know, channel as much as I was previously just because of everything that's going on right now. So yes, feel free to check out my membership areas for extra content and things of that nature for me, or just to support. When you support me, you support the different causes and things that I put out. Definitely check out the Butterfly Effect conference link down below to be a presenter. We still have space for a few more presenters if you're interested. If you're interested in advertising or being a sponsor, check out the link down below for that as well, as that allows us to keep the conference free for participants. So I thank you for being here. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what your higher self and your spirit team is calling for you to do. Period. I love you all and have an amazing rest of your day. And I'll see you later. Bye.